y'all. Hello, hello, hello. People of the stream, welcome in. How's everybody doing? I don't know if anybody's even out there. I feel like I'm very far away from the camera. Woo! Now I'm not far away from the camera at all. Wrong way. I know that's the wrong way. I don't know why I do it that way. Okay, there we go. Here I am. Hey, y'all. So I was up at the butt crack of dawn today. Actually, it wasn't even dawn. It was still dark. I was driving home at dawn. Yeah, so I was up at like 6:15 this morning. I had to take Holly to the airport. She had to be there by about 7:30. So yeah, I'm pooped. And it was super weird. It was super weird. There was lots of weird shit going on. So, yeah, it was just like bizarre. So I'm just going to sit here for a minute. Boop, boop, boop. Hello. Okay, let me start the timer. Email real quick, and then I want to get into writing because remember yesterday I said I would work on my book today. So yesterday I did get through several of the applications I needed to do, sent out emails. I still have to do the performer application. Haven't done it yet. And then the guest application. Haven't done that yet either. So Kayla's over on YouTube. Hello. How are you today? How are you doing? Are you going to be working with us? Reading with us? What are you going to be doing? I've been I don't know how to pronounce it. The HRCYED Herkid? Is that it? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. You know, I'm just new to all that. So I actually finally downloaded the spreadsheet, and which is going to make life so much easier. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Since I'm starting the middle of the year, I don't know if you're doing that, but since I'm starting like, it actually began in July and it's now December. I'm counting some of the books that I read earlier towards that. So I've been putting those in, and I actually did submit one of the challenges. So I've got one done. Working on Project Cyborg, then reading a bit. Excellent. Love that. Love that. I'm going to be working on my work in progress today as well. Because I didn't do it at all yesterday, and I am never going to get this thing done if I don't get my shit together. So I'm going to attempt getting my shit together today, and we will all see how that turns out. Very exciting. Very exciting. So the other day, I went down a research rabbit hole on the Gullah Geechee language and stuff, so that was very interesting and very cool. So I'm gonna make a trip down to Savannah sometime in the next couple months, Savannah, Georgia, to do some more in-person research. So I'm excited for that. So yeah, so it looks like it's just you and me for right now. I'm sure we will get more people later, but I'm ready to get going if you are. Well, I'm not quite ready. I don't actually have the timer up. There's the timer. I really like this Pomodoro timer, but while you can change, like, the time, like, you can't rearrange or anything like that. Anyway, so it's just easier for me to do it manually. So, all right, shall we get into it? You and me, Kayla, we're gonna kick ass. I gotta return an email real quick, and then I will get into my manuscript. Are we ready? Let us do the things. Okay, y'all. There's something going on with my computer. I'm not even sure if you can hear me. Yeah. My computer is being super laggy right now. Okay, can you guys hear me? Yeah, so right now my computer is being super laggy, which means I can't really do anything and everything is like freezing up. So I need to see what is using up the CPU and stuff, except that I can't get my computer to do anything. Like my mouse is super slow. I think Explorer's about to crash. There we go. All right, Explorer crashed. So I don't know if that's going to make anything better. I'm going to turn off my camera, see if that helps at all. My mouse is moving a little faster, but I have no Windows bar. I have no start bar. So, okay, I'm just gonna start closing shit on my machine and we'll see if that helps. Do 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 do. Oh my god, it's very annoying because my mouse is just being so slow. Every time I move it, it moves a little bit and then I think I'm where I'm supposed to be and so I stop moving it, but then it's just like, no, we're gonna keep going. It's super weird. Okay, we're gonna close this. Alright, can you guys still hear me? I am now seeing that I'm dropping frames. So I'm not really sure. I need to switch over to the multi-stream chat so I can see what people on YouTube are saying. But I have to wait for my mouse to quit bouncing around. Oh my Jesus, come on now. Yeah, I turned my actual camera off just to see if we can, if that will help at all. I'm waiting for it to populate the multi-stream. There we go. Okay, Molly says she can hear. And Sophia says that she can hear, but the video's really choppy. So I'm gonna close a couple more things. This is why y'all should save. All right. It seems to be a little bit better, but I'm gonna close a couple more things. Yes, I really do want to close. All right. I still don't have, okay, now I have a window, now I have the taskbar. The taskbar was missing. So let me turn the camera on. Okay. Is that better, y'all? Can y'all hear and see me now? Lady Mabes, hello, friend. She said, looks okay and sounds good here. Anita just arrived over on Twitch. Just in time for technical difficulties. I mean, that's the way it works. Lottie Hancock, hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. All right. So nice to see everybody. So we've already done one sprint because nobody was here at the very beginning, just about, except, you know, it was just, it was, like Molly came in later and, but it was me and Kayla. It was just me and Kayla. Kayla was over on YouTube. We're like, okay, let's get into it. And then Molly came in, and then Christina came in, and then finally Sophia came into Twitch. Y'all, YouTube outnumbered you on Twitch. Let's see. It's most obvious when the timer's running. Well, that makes total sense. And Christina says the circle is gone too. So, you know how sometimes if you have a program up, sometimes for whatever reason, it'll start really being intensive on memory or CPU. That's what was happening. So I closed a couple of the things that I know can sometimes do that. Like one of them is I use an app called RAM Box, which is a very unfortunate name, but it allows you to like have different windows with all different programs. But I really use it for all my chatting. Like I put Windows Messenger in there. I put my phone's text. I put my Google Voice text. I put my threads in there, and I put like Google Chat in there. All my chatty things are all in one window, but that can sometimes be system intensive. All right, so welcome in everybody. I've lost track of who all's here. I know Sophia's here over on Twitch. Lady Mabes is over on Twitch, and Anita's over on Twitch, and I see Lottie and Christina and Kayla and Molly over on YouTube, and I think that's everybody. So, if not, please feel free to chime in. So, let's see. I hope everyone's doing well. If you haven't let me know how you're doing yet, please do, because I always want to know. So I have been up since the butt crack of dawn. I had to take Holly to the airport, and I got up at like 6:15, which for those of you who are early birds may not seem like a big deal, but for this bitch who does not roll out of bed until, oh.
Lady Mapes just subscribed with Prime. Thank you. Sparkling heart emoji.
Sparkling heart emoji. Thank you, Lady Mapes. I appreciate the subscription. You're awesome. Anyway, so I do not get up usually. I don't wake up usually before 8 a.m. And I don't typically roll out of bed until closer to 9:30. So, yes, Molly, you are the wieners. All the wieners. So many wieners. We say that here, too. So, Sophia graduated today. Yay! Y'all. Woohoo! Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. You're going to have all the money coming in. And then, just because. Congratulations, Sophia. I'm so proud for you. You did so good. Anita had an eye appointment, so that's why she's late. I hope your eyeballs are okay. Sophia says, my parents and sister got me a custom name tag. I love that. I love that. I hope you had a good little family get together. Let's see. Lottie says, with all the talk about Twitch, it makes me want to try it. Twitch is fun because you get to do all kinds of stuff like feed the dragon. I'm going to wait and somebody's going to pick that up. So yeah, it is fun. It's like a little different than YouTube, but there are a lot more interactive things that you can do. Nobody's taking my hint to feed the fucking dragon. I'll have to do it myself. But, let's see. There's lots of congrats from both YouTube folks and Twitch folks for Sophia. Yay. All the congrats. Anita says, my eyeballs are the same. Oh, there it is. There it is. Thank you, Miss Anita, for feeding the dragon. So, yes. So, Anita says, my eyeballs are the same, slightly wonky, but still working. Same, girlfriend. Same. So anyway, I got up stupid early this morning so that I could take Holly to the airport. When I tell you it was goofy on the roads of Atlanta today, like beyond the normal goofiness. Like, let me just tell you about the first 5 minutes we were on the road. Like literally from my home to when we got on the interstate, which is like not even 5 minutes from my house. So we're driving through my neighborhood. We pull out of my driveway. We're driving through down my street, and the car in front of us, it's dark, right? Because it's before dawn. The car in front of us is literally driving on the left side of the road like he's in fucking London. Like, he's just driving along on the left side of the road, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing right now? And then he sees me come up, not really behind him because I'm on the correct side of the road for the location on the globe where I am. And he just pulls over to the left and just like pulls over and stops. And I just go, I pass. And then he just gets back on and continues to drive in the left-hand lane. I'm just like, I don't even know what to do with that. Fine, whatever. So we get out of the subdivision, and then there's a four-way stop where I have to turn left. And it's like one of those ones where you also have turn lanes and go straight lanes. So you've got a total of 8 cars that can be there at the same time. No one knows how to do a four-way stop. So as we're coming, I'm in the turn lane, and as I'm coming up to the stop sign, there are literally, and there's lots of cars because it's rush hour, right? So there's lots of cars lined up. But there are literally 3 cars in the middle of the intersection at this point, all trying to go. Somebody trying to turn, somebody trying to go straight. I'm just like, oh, okay. And I get up there, and there's, how basically when you come up to a four-way stop, as you're stopping, you clock who is already stopped, and they get to go before you. So there was only one car that was already stopped because the other ones were all watching these people who were almost hitting each other in the middle of the intersection a second beforehand. So I'm waiting and they're not going. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll just slowly pull into the intersection because I have to turn left and they're going straight. So they start pulling, and when they see me pulling forward and I'm just going to wait for them to go, they stop. And I'm like, okay, fuck you. So I turn and I'm going, and we go. We go down the road, and you go down that road for about 1.5 miles, and then you get on the interstate. As we're getting on the interstate, and this is right by Six Flags, which is for those of you not around here, it's a huge amusement park. And as we're getting onto the highway, Six Flags is on the left-hand side as we get onto the highway. There are cop cars, at least 6 cop cars over at Six Flags. And then there are cop cars, all with their lights on, cop cars at probably 50-yard, 75-yard intervals, about 3 or 4 cars along the right-hand side of the interstate, like on the shoulder. And, there's some cops looking in the woods, and it's just like, okay, there must be like a manhunt down there. I don't know what the fuck was going on this morning. And there were other various little things that are normal Atlanta things, but it was just like, not even 10 minutes on the road. We were literally like 7 minutes on the road, and all those things happened. I was like, I'm just going to drive really carefully home because clearly, if I'm going to die on the Atlanta road, it's going to be today. So I was very careful. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that little bit of goofiness. Yes, Lady Mabes, people are indeed crazy on the roads. It is true. And anybody who lives in and around Atlanta or has ever driven through Atlanta can absolutely attest to that. Atlanta drivers are not the worst drivers. There's some of the most aggressive drivers and some of the fastest drivers. And some of the most belligerent drivers. Not the most belligerent, but definitely some of the most belligerent. But they're absolutely spiteful. Because one of the things you'll notice if you drive in Atlanta is not very many people use their turn signals. And that's not because they're rude. It's a form of self-preservation, because if you put on your turn signal and you're trying to merge into traffic, that car where you had enough room to merge in front of is all of a sudden right next to you because you gave them warning that you wanted to get in front of them. So yeah, I still use my turn signal, but I'm a pretty aggressive driver. All right, enough of my traffic woes. So I am working on my manuscript today because I said yesterday that I would work on my manuscript today because I had to work on multiverse stuff yesterday. I still have more multiverse stuff to do, but I'm going to work on the manuscript first. So if you have not checked in and let us know what you're working on today, please check in and let us know what you're working on today so that we can all cheer you on. Sophia, I hope you're like sitting back and eating some cookies or something to celebrate your graduation. I hope you are enjoying yourself. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. So again, please let me know in the chat what you're working on. All right, y'all. Let's see. Sophia's crocheting a banana. I love that. I love that. I cannot wait to see this little fruit and veggie basket, produce basket that you're making. Like, I cannot wait until you're done. Anita said, I'm again attempting to learn how to use Affinity for EPUBs. It has not gone well so far. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. So, yeah. Yeah. I have Atticus. I haven't used it recently, but that's what I have. I broke down and bought it a couple years ago. Lady Mabe says, I am working on an outline for a fairy tale retelling for an anthology piece. Ooh, I like that. I love fairy tale retellings. Lottie Hancock says, I'm doing the final polish before Agent Queries. Angels and demons living among us. Wahahaha. Oh, I think I have that laugh. Hang on. There's your laugh. There you go. There you go, Lottie. That one's yours. All right. Okay, so let's get into it. Anita says, my fault. I did not do tutorials before the first attempt. All right, fair. But honestly, though, I never do tutorials when I first try to play with software. Because, you know, it's one of my things. I think also our age, having grown up, because Anita, you and I are in the same general age range, I think. And, you know, we are the ones who, like, created the technology, not us specifically, but, like, created the technology that everything is based on now, right? And so I think our generation got really used to, oh, there's a new program, and just starting it and playing with it to figure out how it works. And it's a little harder to do that with, and some programs you can still do. Oh.
Luco Forcoy just followed. Yay.
Yay. Thank you, Luke. Welcome in. Welcome in. So yeah, so like, I feel like, I don't know about you, but that's my default, is to go in and play with the software. As a matter of fact, when people say, here, let me walk you through the software, I'm like, wait, no. Let me walk myself through the software, and then we can go through it if you have things I need to know, or if I have questions. Because usually I can figure that shit out myself. But some of them are not as easy. Some of them are not as intuitive. So, welcome in, Luke. Glad you could join us. We are about to start a sprint. Okay, y'all. We gonna get into it? I got 20 minutes on the clock. Yes, we do reverse engineer everything. That's exactly right. That's exactly what we do. So, yeah, because we didn't have help files back then. we didn't have the luxury of help files. Sophia says, I had that attitude towards databases. Turns out I needed all the help I could get. Yeah, I'm not as good with the coding piece. The coding makes me very angry because I'm not good at it. And databases aren't generally all coding, but there's definitely some, like, formulaic stuff that has to do with databases. I have a general understanding of relational databases now, but, like, yeah. I still can't make them do fancy things without copying from somebody else. But that's okay. I don't mind copying and then changing it to suit my needs. That's actually one of my strong suits. Okay, I'm going to start the timer, y'all. Let us get into it. 20 minutes. Here we go.